A z-score is considered unusual if it is greater than or less than -2, meaning that it is more than 2 standard deviations above the mean or more than 2 standard deviations below the mean, whatever piece of data that goes along with that z-score. So if you're ever asked, well, let me fill in this blank. This means that a data value, kind of just said this, is unusual if it's 2 standard deviations above, more than 2 standard deviations above, or more than 2 standard deviations below the mean. Let's look at an example. On a recent quiz, the class mean was 68. This was our mean, 68, and it had a standard deviation of 3. So to be unusual, it would need to be more than 2 above or more than 2 below. So there's a couple ways we could go about this. We could just think of it that way. To be unusual, it would need to be higher than the mean plus 2 standard deviations. So 68 was the mean, plus 3, plus 3. So 68, 69, 70, 71, add another 3, 72, 73, 74. All right, is this unusual? 75 is more than 2 above. So yes, it's unusual. Thus, 75 is an unusual piece of data. I didn't do the subtract, but if it had been a small piece of data, we would have said 68 minus 3 minus 3. All right, so 68 minus 3 is 65, minus another 3, we're down to 62. So like 61 would also be an unusual piece of data. The other way is you find the z-score and you see if it's bigger than 2 or smaller than -2. So let's find the z-score here. Z-score was equal to the data piece minus the mean divided by the standard deviation. Our data piece was 75 minus the mean, which was 68, divided by the standard deviation. 75 minus 68, that's 7 over 3. That's 2.3333. Those are repeating, but we'll just write 4 of them there. All right, this is greater than 2, meaning the data value is more than 2 standard deviations above the mean. So since it's bigger than 2, and thus the data value is considered unusual.